Do you think liberal studies has any stereotypes or any mention of stereotypes?
Stereotypes?
Yeah.
Not that I know of, honestly. Because I guess I'm like somewhat close to myself, or like I don't really talk that much, so I don't know of any stereotypes that we have or that people label us as. Or do you know any?
I've heard some in some classes, being that we're both men in a field mainly dominated by women.
I mean,
To some, it looks weird.
is it really?
It's not to me, but to some,
Oh yeah.
right? Because that's what I've heard.
I mean, that's what I hear about like nursing as well, though.
When men are trying to be nurses?
Yeah,
Really?
because it's like predominantly
Oh,
women.
Yeah.
So like, it's almost like, it's kind of like other people putting labels on us before we even start.
You know what's so odd? The term nurse, I feel like immediately when I hear that,
Woman?
yes, as I do with teacher. If I hear the word teacher, I figure more of a Mrs. Somebody, right?
I mean,
For the most part.
for me it'd be Mr. because I mean I just feel like everyone's like upbringing is different because from like I don't know pre-K to like college I think I had predominantly men.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
I think you're one of the few. Like, Grace, did you have predominantly women or male teachers?
Woman.
As did I. I feel most would. I'm sure there's some who have predominantly male, but that's crazy.
Because I mean I guess my math would be a woman and then PE would be a woman and then the rest would have been like male.
That's funny.
But I mean like it's different for everyone because I mean
Did you go to public or private school?
public.
Okay.
Yeah, because what I started was a K through 12, which was in Los Angeles, called Now Academy, and then I stopped going there when I was 7 in the 7th grade, and then I went here, and I finished at Curtis Middle School in San Bernardino, and then I finished 2 years there, and then I went to Indian Springs for 2 years, and then I transferred back to Los Angeles to Shore High School, and that's where I stopped. And then I came back here. So like I've been all over the place.
Yeah, dang.
That's crazy. I've only been in like 3 schools in my life. One elementary, one middle, and one high school.
I'm like, you wouldn't expect that though, huh?
No.
Like from me, so like just imagine like everyone else who comes here, it's like you don't know like where they've come from or like what they've been. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I was about to say divergent. There's like diversity in the sense.
Yeah.
That's divergence. Divergence. That's funny. But no others. What other kind of stereotypes are there? I feel like for a major such as. Actually, do you have any in the top of your head, Grace? I'm trying to think. For some reason.
I mean, for me, like, I think business majors are annoying.
Oh, that's
I don't know if that's
fair.
a stereotype or it's just my opinion.
I mean,
okay.
Just like talking about it,
Yeah.
not like I feel like I'm liking those memories like in the back. So I'm like, I guess they think that. I mean, from what I've heard, it's like they think that like they're so high. It's like their
Superiority
business. Yeah, superiority.
complex.
And like I guess everyone's trying to be a CEO.
Oh,
Yeah.
they are. Everyone wants to be their own boss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like
Which I support. I'm with it. Be your own boss. But I
Yeah.
mean, if we all are our own bosses.
because like I had one professor like who gave his opinion about it. He's like they're like kind of relentless in the sense like they don't care about other people except for yourselves. But that's like the type of mentality you need to have if you're gonna go into business major.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because it's get stumped or be stumped.
Damn. But I want to strive away from that. I'm more of a community mindset.
Yeah.
I would love for all of us to win.
I agree, and I think like business majors don't believe that.
Shit.
Like a lot of like the self-help, self-growth things are like all about yourself, that
Oh my
kind of
God,
thing.
yeah.
And it just causes people to like, I don't know, be selfish. That's
It
my
does.
opinion.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, they could probably be like some business majors who are nice about it. Like, they're not that hard.
Yeah.
Slightly more humble, I guess.
Yeah.
But like it's like a stereotype, which stereotypes aren't great, but
Yeah. But it's crazy. Completely right. Mindset. What is it? Computer financing? If I hear that word,
I think they're smart.
Yeah, that's literally
It's
it.
funny.
Literally, if I hear the word computer in your whatever it is, computer anything in a major.
Engineering too.
Oh my goodness, yes. Like
They're
those are
smart.
some brainiacs. Some brainiacs for sure.
Think of honor roll.
You think of honor
Honor roll.
Finance or
They're in the
something.
honors program.
The honors program. Are the other people like, what is somebody just told finance? Is that one? That's the one, right?
I think so.
You just work with numbers?
Yeah.
I met a girl the other day who was a finance major. She's silly. Very nerdy vibe. Cool though. Very smart girl. It was fun. She said she had fun with numbers. That's That sounds scary to me.
That does sound scary.
I don't have fun with numbers personally.
No.
I mean, what numbers is she looking at? Though?
I don't know. I think a lot of numbers on the computer screen. That's all I know. I don't know.
Oh, like coding, like that's another thing.
Oh my god, that stuff like that.
Well, I also think that like the science and math-based majors, like those people tend to be less social.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I think so too. But simply, I feel like just off the top of my head, being that science and math is a lot harder to grasp for most, not for all. But in the sense of putting time into, I mean, you're for sure gonna put way more time into learning a complex math problem or a complex science theory than you would to maybe having to write a paper or to making something for art or to studying for something for history. So I think it's mainly simply off of putting time into studying and socializing is what outweighs it in their
Like in the long run?
In the long run. So they probably have more hours studying than they do socializing.
Yeah.
So whereas anybody else is probably the opposite.
Mm-hmm. Like, cause like a lot of the liberal studies, like people, like they're very social.
Yeah.
Some are like shy, but they're still socially aware, like that kind of thing. So.
Any hot takes on any of the majors? There's none you beef with, hate, dislike.
No, I mean I feel like I'm like to myself honestly, but like only like when you have to like talk, then I'll have to talk. So I'm like that introvert, extrovert, but I think there's a word for it though.
Ambivert.
Yeah, there you go. I heard it yesterday. Like I think that's me right there. So like, only when you need to be, I'll talk, and when I don't.
That's good. I wish everybody was like that. Everybody should only talk when they need to talk. The world would be a better place.
You don't do that.
That's except for me though. I'm the only exception.
Oh, stop.
What?
That sounds bad.
Does it?
It kind of does. Everyone except you.
True. Okay, everyone except a few. Everyone except a few.
Oh, now you're picking people.
Well, no, they would pick themselves. Oh, music and art majors. They're in their own little category too.
I see a lot of TikToks that are like communications majors when like their text messages due at like 12 or something like that. Like it's just like the stereotype is that like it's way easier.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that being said, I think liberal studies is pretty easy.
Honestly, content-wise, yeah, it's not that hard. Nothing's too difficult to grasp.
I mean, you need to put your time in it.
Well, yeah, but that's with anything too.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather be putting my time into this than, well, not rather be putting, but I think it'd be easier putting my time into this than learning like a big old stack for like lawyer school or something.
Oh yeah. No
or
way.
whatever doctors learn. I feel like this content is for sure much easier than what they're learning.
Yeah. Well, I have a friend who's a psychology major here, and she says that like liberal studies majors and like the PALS office annoy her because we're like tryhards.
Really?
Yeah.
She hasn't met me.
Well, I'm a tryhard, I won't lie.
That's fair.
So, but yeah, I was like, that's so weird because I never heard that stereotype. And then my cousin's fiance, he's an engineer, and I asked him like, what do you think about liberal studies? He's like, it's easy.
Fair.
And I was like, yeah, that's fair.
That's fair. Appreciate your time. What was your name?
Robert.
Robert. Nice to meet you. Thanks for being with us. Me and Grace.
I'll be here.
Alright, so what's up guys? Today I'm here with Francisco. He happens to be a psychology major, which is a bit different because usually in our podcast and our episodes where we talk to students, they're usually liberal studies. So it's a nice little different take. So Francisco, before we start, give me an idea of what a psychology major student is in your mind.
In my mind, a psychology student is basically a person that just wants to dive into like how the mind works, like how they go about things, just learning about people in general, what makes their mind tick.
Okay, so these people are a lot curious.
Yeah.
Is that the word for it?
Yeah.
Because it's an interesting ass topic, I'm not gonna lie. It interests me too, but to the extent of learning a vast amount of knowledge on it and understanding of it, it's just too much for me personally.
Right.
So
it's like that sometimes. Like it takes a lot of, how you say, like, for me, I've always been a people person.
Right.
People have always come to me for their problems. I've been like the therapist friend.
you're the therapist.
Oh, yeah, man, I'm always the therapist friend.
You should
so, yeah, so whatever problems people have, they always come and talk to me. And I'm like, okay, there's deeper meaning to all of this. Like, what makes you feel that way? What's causing you to feel that way? Like, is there like past trauma? Is there is it bullying? Is there all kinds of? There can be so many different outcomes as to why a person is doing what they're doing or acting how they're doing or behaving as they or would say what they say.
And that's some stuff that could stem from something all the way from a childhood that they just haven't.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Anything from childhood to as like a person being nervous, you know, for an interview or a podcast. But yeah, it could be literally anything.
Dang, understandable. Oh, I like that. So psychology majors are definitely caring people.
Absolutely.
That's
I'm a
awesome.
huge empathetic person, so like I love just feeling things out of people.
That's empathy is the one where you're good at feeling other people's feelings and understanding them, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, we need more people like
Yeah.
that in the world for sure.
Mhm.
Nice.
So, would you say most psychology majors are extroverted or introverted?
Honestly, it's a good mixture of both.
Oh, that's
I
fair.
gotta say, because for me, I've always been told I'm more extroverted, but in my personal opinion, I'm a big introvert.
Yeah.
So it could be a good mixture of both, honestly.
So you fall with the mixture of both. What was that word again, Grace? You just said
Ambivert.
ambivert.
Ambivert. There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I like
That's
that.
a good way to put it.
Shout out to psychology majors.
Yeah.
Are there any majors that you think are annoying?
Ooh. I don't know, honestly. I'm taking a geo class right now. Geology just ain't it. Not to make fun of any geo majors out there, but it's just not. It's a rocky road, I can say.
It is, pun intended.
But yeah.
No, it's okay. Earlier we were talking about business majors, so you
And a
can
valid
say
point.
whatever you want.
She had mentioned to me that business majors were, what is the word for their personality type that some may fall under?
Selfish? Is that what it's
Selfish? No. You call them like selfish. Kind of, you know.
called? Oh, did I say superiority complex?
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
That's a good one. So,
Trust me. I honestly, criminal justice majors
Okay.
have a huge superiority complex. Oh man.
do you think those are two different types of superiority? How would theirs be?
Well, business would be more like they have to take control of everything.
Yes.
But with criminal justice majors, they're just like they're more directed towards, oh no, you have to do it this way, but not your. Like they're not very open to what you're willing to say or what your perspective is.
Okay.
They have like a morality complex too. They're like, you're doing whatever. I'm going into the legal system. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a difference, you know. So,
Yeah, it's just in my personal opinion, it's just not.
That's a nice thing.
I've tried my best with people like that. As empathetic as I could be.
Francisco, the psych major,
Yeah,
yo.
man.
Do you have any thoughts on maybe the best major besides psychology? Is there like
Best
a,
major.
yeah. What are some people you've met that from their majors is wow, these people are great, or can't we say too much about it?
I've actually seen that bio majors
Biology
have been a very, very kind people to me.
That's cool.
I know so many really nice bio majors, and there's, like you said, how we were talking about introverted or extroverted, they're very introverted, but they're so kind. Like, they're such beautiful people, and they just want to learn about the world too.
Introvert but kind. That's funny because we were just talking about this right now. We were talking about how people like computer science majors are more difficult majors in the sense of, like, you know, for example, if you're majoring in finance, something with numbers, or bio, which is a lot harder, being that the content is harder, if they enjoy this content, I feel like most of their time would go to studying and doing work and socializing, to whereas any of us, socializing would be up more than studying because we're not studying such complex things.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, maybe this is why all the more brainiac type of major people are usually more introverted.
Yeah.
Because they're more to themselves doing their work, so whereas we probably aren't.
Yes, sir.
Actually,
Yes, sir. That's right. That's right.
I have to talk to some biology and science majors now and see if it's
You
true.
totally have to.
Uh-huh.
Like, what, you can find them within the bio?
Yeah,
it's hot in there though.
They don't have
It
AC.
is, dude, they don't have any AC in
No way.
I know,
there.
I have classes
It's
over
one
there.
of the old buildings.
Yeah.
Everybody's introverted in there, so they haven't told them the AC is broken. Everybody's so excited about it.
This is my favorite building with AC probably.
Oh, totally.
That's one of the coolest. I think the Canadian is also really cool. Or the one Canadian building. What's that one called?
The
CGI.
The CGI.
Well, I think that's it. Is there anything else you want to say or anything?
No. Honestly, thank you for having me on this podcast. I really appreciate it. This is honestly my first time being interviewed for a podcast. So yeah, so this is very interesting. I can't wait to hear it.
Today I'm here with
Juliana.
and okay, what major are you if you don't mind me asking?
Liberal studies.
Okay. And then you, Victor?
He's undecided.
Undecided? Still in middle school? Okay, we got a middle school with us today. 7th or 8th grade? 6th? Oh, dang. Okay, I see the mustache coming in. Definitely in 8th grade. Alright, being that you're a liberal studies major, can you give me an idea of what you think a liberal studies major is? Like, what comes in your head when you think of us?
First thing, teacher.
Okay, love that. But what's a teacher to you? What's a teacher to you? Is it
Like
somebody
their
who's caring? Yeah,
Like
like.
personality-wise, I think just the most caring major there is.
Okay, that's fair.
Because teaching has to do a lot with children in general, meaning that most of the time the children spends is with the kids. I mean, what is it, like 5 days out of the week?
Yeah.
It's spent with the teachers, so most of the kids develop their personality and just how they are based on how the teacher is.
Ooh, a nice portion of it, maybe?
A pretty good portion.
That's very fair. If
'Cause-
you're with somebody who's not as social, not as authentic themselves with you, a student can't be really authentic with anybody else, or maybe just stay introverted or stay in their own shell.
Because even if they do finish school and they do the program like 8 hours a day, there's still after school program too. And then there's kids that still do sports as well. So the kid stays usually the whole entire day spent in school.
That's true.
With the teacher.
Yeah, with the teacher.
Alright, would you say most liberal study majors are extroverted or introverted?
I believe they're extroverted because you have to be very vocal about your opinions.
Have you met more extroverted or introverted people though? Because I've definitely met, I think, far more introverted people in our major than extroverted.
I'm a very extroverted person, so I feel like whenever I'm with someone, I kind of just bring that out.
That's
Whether
fair.
they like it or not, you're talking.
No, stop, because that's me.
We need to communicate. I'm not going to this out.
Okay. Well, personally, I think we have way too many introverts.
Really?
Yes, because every time we're in class and the professor is asking something,
Oh yeah, it's like
in
the
some
same class
instances,
students.
yes,
Yeah.
it's usually the same handful of people. It's pretty
Yeah. And it
insane.
sucks when you're one of them and you have to like carry the whole class on your back, you know?
Oh yeah. Shout out to Grace.
I think a lot of it has to do with like if one person's gonna be vocal, then that person's gonna be vocal the whole entire time. I feel like you kind of have to like push and be like, oh, what's your opinion? And then they start talking, and then they're a little bit more used to that environment.
Fair. What about you, Victor? Do you have any opinions on? You know what a major is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think any of them are annoying or weird?
Business.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Victor. What makes business weird?
It's just like, I don't like the people.
Yeah.
Your only sister?
Yeah.
His other sister is a business major too.
Oh, okay.
Really?
What makes them not likable though? Like, what is it about them?
Like, their personality seems like it's just been,
They're like
they're not the best of people.
arrogant. Arrogant.
That's
A little stuck up too, you know.
Yeah. They think that
Just
just
because
because they hear what
they
they
earn a
say.
good amount of money, and they can basically work anywhere. With the business degree, business administration degree, you can go into a lot of fields.
I don't care. I don't like it.
Hey, Victor too, all
Just
good.
saying, coming from a business major, former, yeah, I did 2 years.
Was she not likable
I
a
got
couple
my
years ago?
Not likable.
Then what do you think is annoying then?
Me?
Yeah, which major?
Which major? I think just because they complain a lot, it's basically business major, but it's finances. The ones that go into finances because they just complain, oh my god, my class is so hard, I can't do this. I was like, then choose something else. Why complain about it?
Ooh, that is a harder subject though. I love that I don't really find liberal studies major students complaining about work, but I feel like we don't complain but struggle the most with like processes of becoming a teacher
Oh yeah,
or
like the
credentialing programs, finding out how to become a substitute. Even though the CBS is not offered at the time when it was, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's not really the content in school itself, but the process. I thought that's where we complain and struggle the most. But I can imagine with finance, I mean, you'd be complaining too if you had that class, no?
Yeah.
Then-
But engineering, I'll be complaining.
Oh
about
my
it, you know,
goodness.
student.
Engineering, I had a friend in engineering, he just dropped out. I can't, he's the brainiac of the group. I was like,
Or the medical field. Oh, anything that has to do with that.
Oh yeah. What major are you thinking about if you're going to go to college? Victor, which major would you choose?
That's fair. Yeah.
Just not business?
He said, hey, that could change though. You still got like a couple years. Hopefully it doesn't. It probably won't.
This is a good argument.
Like, when you guys were younger, what major were you going to do in college? I was going to do communications.
Ooh. What were you gonna do with communications, girls?
Why?
No, yeah, like why? Okay.
It just sounded easy.
Ah, oh, fair.
The easier the better. I was gonna be a doctor.
What?
Going to nursing.
Wait, what major did you want to be?
Oh, nursing.
Really?
Yeah. The nursing too. I think that wasn't even my choice. It was more of my mother's choice though. So I was just listening to whatever the boss man said. I'm like,
My
okay.
dad wanted me to be my doctor. No.
Not you. Okay, fair.
But they're kind of if you think about it, they're kind of intertwined with teaching too, because we're still kind of like you have that kind of how do I say it? Not that communication, but like that kind of experience with like people in general. You see everybody's story throughout their lifetime.
Doctors?
Yeah, doctors. With your patients, like you communicate with them, and you kind of it's very social. You talk to them most of the time.
Okay.
And you get to know them before you do any tests and stuff like that, especially because kids are scared, patients are scared. Just people go through stuff like traumatic in both ends as well. So
Yeah, my dad's a doctor. He's basically a therapist too.
yeah,
Do you think there's a major that is more caring than all?
the medical field, bro. That's some traumatic stuff you have to see.
True, you gotta be really strong for that. That's scary. Do you think there's a field or major that is not caring whatsoever?
Whatsoever.
It all ties back into business.
Anybody who wants to go into like political sciences.
Oh yeah, that one is kind
Those
of
political. I was like, you really don't give a fuck about people.
Dang. What's political science? I feel like I
It's
have-
just like politics, basically.
Yeah, politics.
Okay.
Rich people that support government people. We love them.
Ooh, okay. Appreciate you being here. What was your name again? Oh, okay. What's up, Victor? And then you?
Julie.
Nice to meet you. All right. So what's up? Today I'm here with
Diana.
Diana. What's up, Diana? Nice to meet you. So, Diana, we're just gonna get a little feel about majors today, and your thoughts on them. So,
Okay.
what major are you, Diana?
I'm a liberal studies major.
Okay. As am I. In your head, and give me an idea of what a liberal studies major is. Like, what kind of people are we?
I don't know. I feel like we're like outgoing.
Okay, I like that. Have you really met outgoing people in your classes though?
Yes, I feel like a lot of them talk a lot. Like they just keep talking.
Okay, that's good. Do you like that idea? Do you like the fact that we are outgoing? Do you think there's a reason for that?
I think it's a good because usually liberal studies like work with kids, so you kind of have to talk to them. So, yeah.
Right. Okay. Besides us being outgoing, is there anything else to us?
I think we're really nice.
That's fair. Okay, yeah, definitely. When we're with kids, you gotta be nice. I'd be upset. If we had some mean, cold-hearted people in our major. You know, what are you doing out here being a menace to kids? Caring major, I guess. Cool. Okay. Is there any major in your head that's more annoying than others? Like, what major do you hear and you're just like, ew?
I think about communications. I don't know why.
Okay. What about communication is just like,
I don't know. It's just like, okay, you're doing communications. Okay.
go you?
Yeah.
Fair. Okay. What about? Nobody's annoying in the sense of, so Grace, what was yours? Grace has a good one.
Business. I can't
Oh,
like business majors.
Yeah, that's probably one of them too.
Is there a major you think that is cold-hearted? Because to teach, you have to be a nice person. Is there one where you think you don't necessarily have to be a nice or caring person? Or maybe they just give that off and they don't even mean to, but is there a major out there that's probably not as outgoing or not as nice?
I think criminal justice.
Criminal justice?
Yeah.
What about them makes them not caring or nice?
They just seem so serious and like so
Okay.
angry about life.
Angry about life. Homies need to relax.
Which major do you think is the most useless?
Oh man, shots fired.
Dance.
Theater.
Theater.
All the arts like theater, dance,
Yeah.
art itself, music, like
Sorry guys, like
Sorry.
follow your dreams.
yeah,
But
follow your dreams.
all the way.
I'll support y'all. Don't get me wrong, but
But no.
yeah. I feel like all those fall into their own little category.
Yeah.
right? Music or theater. That's fun. Shout out to my theater kids though. They're really creative.
It could be a little annoying.
A little annoying.
I did, well, this is kind of embarrassing. I did theater tech in high school.
So did I.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I
Okay.
did
Yeah,
too.
so I know firsthand.
Yeah.
They're annoying. So,
Experienced it, yes.
Wait. How are they annoying?
Theater kids?
Yeah.
They're just like the vibe they give
They're
off.
kind of like cringy, if you will.
Yes.
Oh, that makes so.
Yeah.
Okay, so also stereotype as a band kid, like
I wasn't a
that
band
type of
kid.
cringy. Because I heard band kids are cringy.
Were you a band kid?
I was not.
Did you think I was?
You do give off the vibe of a band kid, yeah.
I was not a band kid.
But you wouldn't be the cringy band kid. You would be more of the nerdy band kid.
I was
Slightly
not a
band.
band kid.
Okay.
So,
You're forcing that stereotype on her.
but yeah, band kids were really annoying. The band at my school, I remember, was terrible. But yeah, I think music majors and band kids are different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they give out different vibes.
When I think of band kids, the ones at my school at least, they would be the type to like do anime battle scenes during lunch or something like that. So that's just why it's just like,
Yeah, they were like the furries and stuff.
oh yes.
For me, no, they weren't. They were actually pretty cool. My
Oh,
band
okay.
kids, yeah.
That's good.
I have no bad things
We're
about
speaking
them.
to a band kid right now.
I'm not a band kid. I'm not a band kid. I
You
promise.
claim it. You don't gotta be scared.
I swear, I'm not a band kid.
Okay, that's fair. That's
She already said you'd be a theater kid.
oh my
Oh,
goodness.
God.
True.
It's
I
okay.
don't claim
was
it.
too. I was too. What were you?
What kind of kid was I? Nothing. I was just a goofball. I was a sports kid. I was in
Class
basketball.
clown?
Class clown, if you will.
Jock?
Ew, no, definitely not jog. A nerdy jog. A nerdy jog, because I'm a nerd, I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah. But I wouldn't reenact anime battle scenes. I'd watch them, but I'm,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go in there and just play with y'all during lunch. Let me just watch that on my free time. Like, I don't know. That's how I enjoy it, at least.
Yeah.
Not my cup of tea. Should be out here.
Right. So, which major do you think has like all the mean kids from high school in it?
Nursing.
Ooh,
Nursing.
okay.
All the way.
Dang. Do you see all the mean girls in high school in there, or what? Mean dudes too, or?
No, I just a lot of people did want to do nursing, and they were kind of mean. So I was like, okay, I see you doing nursing.
What major would have like, is there even pushovers? Would you consider anybody a pushover? I feel like I haven't met somebody who's like that in any major.
Global studies.
If anything, honestly, yes, sadly. Yeah, we would definitely be the pushovers. Okay, I guess, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. Definitely appreciate your time, Diana.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks for being on the show.